Pour a bag of white sugar into boiling hot water, and then...
This is what we do to a cat!
This is the most sadistic weapon in prison. Anyone splashed with it is immediately disfigured. Some inmates can't handle the terror inside this place, so they cut themselves over and over just to calm their panic. On his first day in prison, Jack saw this scene and froze, completely overwhelmed. While trying to comfort his cellmate, he slammed the emergency alarm button in the room. Moments later, several officers wearing helmets and holding shields rushed in and forcefully dragged away his panic-stricken cellmate. The whole thing terrified Jack, who was already in his 50s. But 2 days went by, and his cellmate still hadn't returned. Suddenly, Mark, an inmate from the cell across the hall, burst into Jack's room and took his cellmate's bag of sugar. Jack, with a strong sense of justice, stood up for his cellmate and told Mark he shouldn't take someone else's things without asking. But Mark was already in a bad mood, and Jack's reminder just set him off.
I tell you what, mate, your card's marked.
Mark wasn't taking the sugar to eat it. He dumped the whole bag into the kettle. Then he picked up the pot of boiling sugar water, walked out, and threw it onto the face of an enemy inmate next door. Only then did Jack realize he'd crossed a dangerous man. At the next meal, Mark walked right up and stole the chicken off Jack's tray. The first time, Jack didn't say anything. But later, while Jack was in line to use the phone, Mark suddenly cut in and grabbed the receiver. He wasn't just cutting the line. He was taking away a limited call time that every inmate depends on. Everyone around just watched coldly. So Jack had no choice but to fight to take the phone back.
Give me the software, I'll snap you, Joe.
Jack didn't want things to escalate and held it in again. When he returned to the cell, he found his cellmate had finally been brought back. Jack thought his mental condition had improved, but that night, the cellmate swallowed all the pills he'd hidden. When Jack saw him convulsing, he hit the emergency call button right away. The guards arrived at the door but refused to open it. They waited until backup showed up before entering and starting CPR, and because of the delay, they missed the window to save him. Jack watched his cellmate die right in front of him. The next day, when Jack tried to call his son, Mark stole his phone again.
On that. So give it me back.
This time, Jack had reached his limit. He shouted non-stop in Mark's ear, making it impossible for him to talk normally. Mark didn't hesitate. He punched Jack, and blood poured from Jack's nose. A gang leader named Martin witnessed everything. He was curious why Jack never fought back. It was because Jack used to be a teacher. He believed he should act civilly and set an example. But Mark saw him as an easy target and provoked him constantly, even spitting into Jack's food tray, calling Jack a coward. But one day, a turning point came. A fierce-looking inmate named Tyler approached Jack. He'd heard Jack used to be a teacher and wanted help writing a love letter to his wife. Jack agreed without hesitation and even offered to teach Tyler to write so he could send letters on his own someday. And just like that, Jack found his first real friend inside prison.